Another nugget here. There was some jewelry stolen from the Colorado locker room at the Rose Bowl, and Colorado's lost to UCLA. While other people have already told you what they think about this, notably Prime, who said at his press conference earlier on Tuesday that he expects the NCAA and or the Rose Bowl to make his players whole. The quote is, they say it's the granddaddy of them all, right? I'm sure granddaddy got some money. That's a cold line. That's a cold line. I also thought it was interesting that not enough people are saying what UCLA has said about this. So Chip Kelly, credit to him. He said, I was just told about this walking over here. It's awful. Talking about on the way over to his post-game presser to try to celebrate a win. The Pasadena police were looking into it, and he just found out when he got to the podium. The UCLA athletic department released a statement saying, hey, we confirmed the report. We've given it to the Pasadena Police Department, and they're trying to follow through to figure out what, if anything, can be done about this. Prime has even gone as far as to go up to say he's going to get to his players and say, hey, look, tell me what y'all got was stolen, what jewelry, what cash, whatever. We don't know the extent or details of what was stolen from them. But the thing that I thought not enough people actually pointed out is this happened at Jackson State too. Okay? Number one, somebody ain't learned a lesson, because it feels like the same folks that might have some jewelry at Jackson State got some jewelry at Colorado. It turns out some people think the same thing. If y'all just gonna leave it there, they're gonna take it. Okay? I tend to come down on why you got jewelry at all on an away trip. That's me, right? I mean, when I rock my stuff, I rock it here on the show. I put it back in the box, put it into the safe deposit box. That's just me. Okay. I think it also speaks to a much larger story that I have been covering all year. People want to beat Colorado when they shouldn't want to beat Colorado the way they want to beat them. Colorado is 4-4. Looking at 4-8, unless something happens, like drastically all of a sudden that offensive line gets to be better. It's not going to be. It's not going to happen. But teams are still getting up to play against Prime, not against Prime's team. And that is not working for some of those players because they are very good at the top of the depth chart. They're just not deep enough to withstand the kind of punishment that they are taking at the bottom. Like you're looking at Travis Hunter fighting for his life. Sheduer Sanders, who they said took a pain shot in the middle of that game. He's getting hit so bad. You can't keep doing that, expect to win football games. But I also think it is more to the point, we want to show up to watch Colorado play because each game they play is a ratings bonanza. And I keep continuing to say the ratings out loud because they matter. Because just because you're a college football fan who's like Colorado's not no good, why we're talking about them, your mama knows that Coach Prime coaches Colorado. I dare say she cannot tell you who Kalen DeBoer coaches. Okay? That's why this matters. She can't tell you who Justin Wilcox coaches. That doesn't mean much to her. And since I'm picking on the Pac-12 here, I'll bet she can't tell you who Dave Doran coaches. Okay? That's why we talk about it. That's why we talk about it on the show. People really care about what this team is doing or not doing. Now, how they finish the rest of the season, that is going to be interesting, right? Because Prime ain't built for 4-8. That man has built his reputation and his entire career on not just winning, but dominating. And that is what he expects from his players. And he's already said it ain't about whether or not you're looking after the dudes as much as he is going to look into the portal to get dudes that are better than you. Okay? That's how we turned over the roster to get them those wins against Texas Christian, against Nebraska, against Colorado State. That's how they built that 29-0 lead against Stanford that they blew. They went into the portal and came out with players. It's much more difficult to come out with offensive linemen than it is to come out with skill players because they're just more skill players than their offensive linemen. Not everybody gets to be Michigan where you create the Joe Moore Award-winning offensive line. You create the kind of offensive line-friendly university that invites other players who are outstanding and want to come there. That ain't what they've done just yet. But I suspect Prime is going to twist that place into being the most offensive line-friendly university on the face of the earth because that is how bad they need them. And with a decent offensive line, maybe Colorado makes a push at the Big 12 championship. But right now, it feels like Utah would beat the bricks off them. Just beat the brakes off them. Just house them. And that's with Bryson Barnes, quarterback, not with Cam Rising, at quarterback, who might come back in 2024.
If you like what you've seen, consider subscribing to the #1 college football show on YouTube, the Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcast.